What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Reclaimed American Podcast. I'm your host, Shad Turner, and this is episode 36. I'm calling this episode VetFest, the Aftermath. Basically, this last weekend, we were up in Round Rock for VetFest number 4, and I personally had a great time. My wife, unfortunately, she spent most of it in the Suburban. She doesn't do well with lots of noise, and it was pretty loud because the main stage wasn't that far off behind us. And also, some of the food that we had was, as far as barbecue goes, there was one vendor there that had really, really good barbecue, and that would be Sticky Fingers barbecue. They had a loaded baked potato that was just awesome. I had them put pork and brisket on it just so I could try both, and I absolutely loved it. I also enjoyed their ribs, and they had another one that it was like a Texas Frito pie or something like that. They put baked beans on it, so it put a certain sweetness into it that was perhaps not my favorite, but I really liked their brisket. So it was all good as far as I'm concerned. We did have another bit of barbecue that was I thought it was supposed to be a brisket sandwich, like a chopped brisket. Tasted a little bit more like pork, kind of watery, and very salty. But didn't really care for that one, but that was somebody else's stuff. Now then, this is the beginning of the show, and like we do in every show, we always cover the Baby T Chronicles. So right now we are in week 30, if I've got the numbers right. We should be in week 30, if not maybe 31, but I think it's 30. All right, I had to actually pause this and verify that we're thinking 30, could be 31. Either way, we're up in the 30s now. And for the most part, last week was pretty good. This week, however, today, this is Wednesday. And today I took off the first part of the day to take my wife to get a glucose tolerance test. And she failed the first round. And by failed, she didn't get the result they were hoping for, I guess. But that doesn't mean she's diabetic. It just means for whatever reason she failed that test. So today we went in for the 3-hour test. Now, my wife doesn't do sweets for the most part. And when she did the 1-hour test, she had a hard time keeping the solution down. It's got like 50 something grams of sugar in it. And you have to drink this bottle. It's like an 8 or 10 ounce bottle within 5 minutes. And then you have to keep that stuff down for an hour. And then they take your blood at the end of the hour. Well, again, that test didn't go so well. So we had to go in today for the 3-hour test. That one has twice as much sugar in it. The first one was flavored like fruit punch. This one was orange flavored, twice as sweet. And, well, unfortunately, after about 15 minutes of having it in her, it came back up with a vengeance multiple times. And by multiple, I mean like 10 to 15 at least. So now we're on to the finger prick monitoring, because that glucose test just was not going to happen. And like I said, I mean, it's twice as sweet, a little bit thicker. And the orange flavor, according to my wife, was not. It was like the the 1 calorie orange, and it just wasn't quite there well enough to mask it and make it palatable. So so now for the next couple of weeks, we've got to do the finger prick test and write down her sugar levels that way after she eats. And we'll go from there. But we did our first check today. I think it looked all right, but I'm not going to say anything else about it until we get kind of a baseline established and do, more than just one test, because we've got to do it 4 times a day, and we'll go from there. But anyways, oh, and then next week we have our next doctor visit. And then after this visit on Monday, we go to every 2 weeks. So instead of 4 weeks, we now, after this Monday's visit, we go down to 2 weeks. And then we do that until we get somewhere into like mid-December. And then I think we go weekly. But we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so that's Baby T Chronicles. For this round, everything was pretty good. I don't think we had any major issues that I am recalling. No, I think we're good. So that's that. And now we're moving on to VetFest. So my wife and I, we drove up to Austin on Friday. And of course, I'm wanting to get out of town early. And I'm thinking, all right, 7 o'clock at the latest, we'll get out of town, drive up to my buddies in Austin, stay with them for the night, go to the event on Saturday, and go from there, right? Well, of course, my 7 o'clock getting out of Houston time turned more into like 9:30. I think it was almost 10 possibly by the time we hit the road. Just things didn't go as planned. So we hit the road a little bit late. We ended up getting to Austin like 1:30 at night. Get to my buddy's place, get in there, and yeah, we were pretty much dead to the world as soon as our heads hit the pillow. So, but woke up the next morning, got everything situated, got out to the show. Finding our spot was a little bit weird, just because the way they had it laid out, which ultimately was a nice layout. We had a view of the lake that's out there at Old Settlers Park, and it was pretty nice. I mean, we had open field in front of us, the lake in front of us, beautiful skies, nice weather. It was perfect setting for an event. So no complaints there. But what I'm doing for this episode is I did record a couple little mini interviews. It's more like I got the elevator pitch from 5 different vendors that were out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you those little clips from those particular vendors. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about, about the people, what they're doing, go a little more in depth from the conversation that we had, and then move on to the next one. But I'm also going to share with you, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll get to see the photos that I took. I didn't really get too detailed, more or less just walking down the main walkways, taking a few pictures. So you get to see that, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. It's a new little setup that I tried doing. Next time I do an event like this, I'm definitely taking what I learned from this one and applying it to that one. So things will only get better. Anyways, here's the first one. Hope you enjoy.
Go for it. Okay. My name is Sarah Hyatt, and I'm with Shadows Behind the Badge. We are a nonprofit organization that helps first responders, veterans, and active military who suffer from PTSD or depression or have the signs and symptoms. We're based, our founders in Texas. I am from St. Louis, but we reach everywhere in the United States. So we provide counseling via telephone, Skype, FaceTime, free for anyone. Reach out to our website. We do therapy dog training, service dog training for veterans for free. We do that via FaceTime as well. We have a bunch of services, so just reach out to us if you need any help or if you know someone who does. I'm a spouse. My husband is a Marine, first responder with PTSD. I also have a private spouse group to help spouses.
All right, so there you have it. That was Shadows Behind the Badge. And as you can see here in the video, I've got their website pulled up in front of me. And it's a very nice put together a website. Here on the main page, they do show verified suicides for 2019, and they break it down by police and correction officers, firefighter and EMS, and then down on the bottom of the list is active military and veteran suicides. And as you can see, as of however this is updated, we're over 6,000. Um, something, you know, something needs to be done about it. We definitely need to fix this. And there's a lot of groups out there. It's just a matter of reaching out. So if you need help, there are groups out there. There are organizations willing to help. Some are, operate, in the limelight, so to speak. Others, they try to keep it a little more low key, but um, they still try to get you the help you need. Like this particular group, if you go to their About Us, you can find out all about their team, their history, and then their mission. And I'll just read that off to you real quick. Our mission is to raise awareness and combat suicide in our first responder, active military, and veteran communities by providing a wide variety of traditional and non-traditional therapies, including service dogs for our veterans. It's time to destigmatize mental health and well-being within our first responder and military community. Wanting to reduce suicides is one thing. Accomplishing it is another. It can only happen when mental health becomes a priority and all ranks accept the means as necessary to accomplishing the end. Saying get help when you need it isn't enough anymore. We need to say get help before you need it. So yeah, they are partnered with some pretty amazing companies and groups like Code 9 Heroes, Jacob's Canine Vetikit, probably totally butchered that. Randy's Rescue Ranch, 220 Hero Labradors, Life Waters, God, I can't speak. Forging Forward Foundation, and Honor and Respect LLC. I've seen some pictures of the shoes that they've got here, and they look pretty amazing. So definitely check that out. If you come over here to their programs and resources, they of course have their counseling services. They work with Jacob's Canine to get help with the service dog aspect. They are bringing on equine therapy, so if you're more into horses, there you go. They got that going. They also do water therapy, which I think is pretty amazing. I gotta say, it's hard to be angry or depressed when you're scuba diving amongst coral reefs and crystal clear waters. So if you ever get a chance to do that, just because, I highly recommend it. But also, if you need some kind of help, check it out. So yeah, that is Shadows Behind the Badge. Check them out. Their website is shadowsbehindthebadge.org. See here on their card, you've got yeah, so you've got shadowsbehindthebadge.org. You can also go to their contact section over here on more, and you can send them a message. They also have their phone numbers listed, so if you need to get a hold of them for whatever reason, go for it. It's all right there on their website. All right, we're back. So you may have noticed I look a little different today. I say today because now we're into the next day of me getting this video put together for you. By the time I finished yesterday, I was just, I don't know, you can even tell from that last segment, it's like my mind was just starting to drain out. And I've got a cat meowing behind me somewhere, so sorry about that. But anyways, so yeah, so that was, what was that? Shadows Behind the Badge. I got to, like I said, I got to meet them at the VetFest event the other day, and it was nice talking with them, and I enjoyed hearing what they're doing. And like I mentioned in the last little bit, it definitely is something that needs to be done, something that needs to be addressed. And as they say, if you need help, get it before you need it. And most people can kind of tell when they're starting to, you know, if you know that you're not going in a good way, try to get help before you get going in a bad way. But anyways, so our next interview that I've got for you, I'm gonna kind of lighten up the mood a little bit with lighter loads. There you go, lighter loads. Hey, let me get my fingers out of the way. God damn it! All right, there. Now my fingers are out of the way. So yes, lighter loads. If I can get it to focus and I turn this and move it the right damn way. Basically, what they do is they provide laundry and shower facilities for homeless veterans. Actually, for the most part, it seems to be kind of like homeless in general, but they do try to specialize in homeless veterans. And I hope I'm saying that all properly. If I'm not, then I do apologize. But I really like what they do. They've got this mobile trailer basically, and they've got laundry machines in one part of it. They've got a couple showers set up, but they don't just do wash your clothes and wash yourself. No, they also provide chiropractic care. They've got just all kinds of things that they do, and you'll get to hear that in this next clip. And I'm just going to let them tell it to you like they do, and then I'll be back.
All right, I'm Laura Ritchie. I'm with Lighter Loads ATX, and we just purchased this $41,000 mobile laundry and shower unit that we bring around to the homeless and homeless vets, just giving them a chance to clean up and do their laundry. We do it in a block party setting, so we can offer additional services like shaves, haircuts, hygiene supplies, chiropractic care. And we do it with hot food in an atmosphere that just gives them a chance to take off the load of the day and get themselves some dignity back.
All right, so there you go. Lighter loads. Right now, it's Lighter Loads ATX, and they are in the Austin area. And pretty much, they've been on a couple of the local Austin TV networks talking about what they're doing. And like I said, I had a chance to talk with Laura and her husband James about how this all came about, how they got into doing this, and it's an incredible story. Each of these trailers is like $40,000+, and as you can see in the photos here, they've got them set up with some toilets, they've got them set up with showers, and with laundry facilities. And yeah, I mean they've got a lot of good things going on. I mean I'm blown away at what they've managed to accomplish in a very short amount of time for the most part. And they are actually partnered up with a lot of I don't want to say big name companies, but I mean as you can see here, I mean you're looking at Amazon, Google, hell, Rudy's. These are all the companies that are supporting them in one way or another, and it's an awesome deal. I mean, they set up shop in like a business parking lot somewhere that is technically private property, so the state and the government, especially there in Austin, can't come along and say, "Oh, you can't be doing this here." Well, hey, we're on we're on private property. The owners say we can, and so they're able to do what they do. And like I said, it's an awesome and quite honestly kind of an awe-inspiring deal. Actually, let me go over here to what they provide. Yeah, let's see if it'll catch up to me. I'm going a little faster than my internet at the moment. But anyhow, at the moment, as you can see, their mission is to help homeless and homeless veterans get back the confidence and dignity, or their confidence and dignity, by providing mobile hygiene, showers, and mobile laundry services in the Austin and Central Texas community. So right now, they are in the Austin area, but as I was speaking with them at the VetFest, they were saying how, yeah, they would love to actually get a second trailer and get more stuff going and try to help out, the homeless community even more. And unfortunately, every major city in the country has problems with homeless people. And I say it as a problem because it is. It's a problem. Be it, loved ones didn't want to take care of the people. The people have mental instabilities of some sort, hooked on drugs, or just due to circumstances that happen, they end up on the streets, and it sucks. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes people are just dealt a bad hand, and they haven't figured out how to overcome that. And next thing you know, they end up on the street. And so these people, James and Laura, they're trying to help give these people back some dignity by providing mobile shower facilities, mobile laundromat. When they do these little party events that they do, they bring in food and drink. They supply the homeless people with hygiene kits, fresh, clean clothes. They can even get haircuts, shaves, and as of right now, they also do chiropractic procedures. There's a chiropractor there in the Austin area that donates their time. And as you can see here at the bottom of their page, coming soon, medical, dental, and vision checkups. I mean, so some people might get kind of butthurt about, well, hell, I don't even get that stuff. Well, you know what? Get off your ass and do something about it. I mean, I know I'm in a particular situation now with my house, with the kid coming and all this stuff. But you know what? I'm the one that put me here. It's something I have to work through, and I'm doing it. I'm doing what I can to work through this, and I don't blame anybody else for my situation. I am solely responsible for where I'm at. But you know, sometimes you just need a little help, and that's what they're providing for people. So if you want to give to a good charity, they are definitely one way that you can go, and they help bring back just a little bit of dignity to people on the streets. You know, and sometimes that's all these people need. They just need that little bit of a helping hand to let them know that humanity hasn't completely failed them. And if you watch, oh goodness, if you go into the who we are, and you go to their media link and watch the news clip there, one of the things that they mention is that what do you do if you do live on the street and you're trying to better yourself, and all you need is a shower and a shave and maybe some clean clothes. Well, most people, you can't just go into most businesses and use the restroom if you look like you live on the street, because most businesses will kick you out. But these people are trying to help with that. So, like I said, check them out. Lighter Loads ATX. They are a 501c3, so help them out and show your support. And let's see, who do we have up next? So I think the next one that I'm going to bring to you is Val 22. I ran into these people, God, a few years ago down in Lake Jackson. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them tell you their story first, and then I'll let you know what I think.
I'm an honorary board member of Val 22. We are a veteran resource group out of Missouri County, Texas. What we do basically is we raise money to help veterans in crisis. The VA can take a little bit of time to get you in to see somebody. You need to see you need help right away. We can get you seen within 24 hours in the Missouri County Counseling Center, Angleton, and Pearland within 24 hours. Not just you, but your spouse or your children. Everybody suffers when it comes to PTSD. We also have, every 2 months, we have a meet and greet where we meet somewhere where we get the veteran camaraderie back. Everybody misses that camaraderie. That's what you miss the most. That's what we get back together. We get that talking, getting out of your house, getting out of your shell, talking to each other. Check us out on About 22 Facebook page. We have our March every year. It will either be the last Saturday of February or the first Saturday of March this year. It's our biggest fundraiser. We come out. We're going to have Senator Crenshaw there, a guest speaker. We love more support we have. The more people we get together to help each other, we can stop the suicide prevent suicide with veterans.
All right, so there you have it. Val 22. Now, when I first met these guys, if you notice here in the photos, they were called Mission 22. And that was one of the things that they said, is that they recently changed their name to Val 22. I'll be honest, I forget why they did it, but yeah. So that's who they are now, and their mission is to combat veteran suicide through community awareness, camaraderie, interaction, and communication with veterans. And like a lot of people say when it comes to veteran suicide, there's no reason for it. If you're that far down in the dumps, reach out. Reach out. Call one of these organizations. There's thousands of groups out there trying to help prevent veteran suicide. And like these people say, if they can help even one veteran save their life, their mission is a success. However, they're not going to stop at one. They want to save as many as they can, and they do have a lot of little programs that they do. Like they work with the Brazoria County Counseling Center, and as I say here, if you're a veteran facing any issues that need counseling, please reach out to us. We have partnered with the Brazoria County Counseling Center to be able to provide you with the services you need in a timely manner. So the VA, when it comes to this kind of thing, can take a while to get you into the system. But if you reach out to these people, they say they can get you in somewhere, usually within 24 hours. So if you're in that rough of a shape and you really need help, please, 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 please reach out to somebody. Reach out to Val 22. If you come over here to the contact section, as it says here, we can be reached anytime, day or night, for emergencies. So there's a phone number right there. You have their website, you have their email, and they have a nice little contact page for you to fill out. If you can go that route. But if you need to talk to somebody, call their number. Now, one interesting fact, like I said, when I first met these guys, they were called Mission 22. And I was actually at one of their events. And if you look right there in the picture, that's me, my little ginger scruff going there. And I'm standing right next to this, another awesome person. He had a business called Patio Furniture, and now he's changed that over to Lone Star Concepts. So if you are needing a custom laser etched stainless steel insulated cup, reach out to this guy. Look up Lone Star Concepts, and he can put any design you want on a insulated tumbler, cup, whatever the hell. And he also does a lot of other things. I will say I'm a bit envious of old Brent. He's got a really nice laser engraver that can do all that stuff. But like I said, that was me. That was it at one of their events. The really nice thing is when they kicked off the event, I just found the picture I'm looking for a second ago. There you go. They ran the flag up when they posted the colors. They ran it up on a ladder truck. So I mean those ladder trucks reach pretty far up there, and so that was pretty cool. You can see that from everywhere. Also, it was a Silky's hike, and just a way to get a bunch of people together, have a good time. As you can see, people cutting up, people laughing and joking and talking and carrying on. For the most part, it was a good time for everyone. Family. Oh God, where am I going with that? I was trying to get to something going on that one and totally screwed that up. But anyways, it was a family-friendly event, good for children of all ages. And come on, internet, work with me here. Trying to find the beginning of the event where they. Okay, so this was at the beginning of the event. A lot of the participants lined up to do 22 push-ups as kind of a symbolic gesture there. But anyways, just want to show that to y'all. So if you need a group, yet another group to contact that is actually doing good things, these are good people, and they're trying their damnedest to help. So if you've got an issue and you need to reach out. Remember, VAL22, val22.org. They're easy to find, easy to get a hold of. And by all means, even if you're not in Brazoria County, reach out to these people and they can help. So that's all I've got for that one. Let's see. Moving on, I'm going to bring you something that a lot of veterans, actually, a lot of military members are into tattoos. And so our next interview is this guy, Jaeger, with Tattoo One Source. And like I said, I'll let him tell his story and then I'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Appreciate the opportunity to be on the Reclaimed American podcast. I'm Jaeger. I am the owner of Tattoo One Source. Tattoo One Source is an online directory for the worldwide tattoo community. What we do is we help clients find great artists, studios, and models, and we help those people get found. So we try to streamline the process because if you're a tattoo enthusiast, you know that you could spend a hell of a lot of time looking for great stuff on the internet, and we facilitate that process for you. So hopefully you'll come and check us out. It's Tattoo One Source, number one, in a veteran-owned community, just a startup now, and looking to make an impact and be a good resource for the community. So check us out, and thanks again very much for letting us be on the Reclaimed American podcast.
All right, so that was Jaeger with Tattoo One Source, and I gotta say I kind of like this guy. He as we were talking after the little segment was recorded, and he had gone through one of the Bunker Labs. Jesus, what do they call it? Anyways, he did something with Bunker Labs. It's like an accelerator kind of deal. Some courses that they have for veterans. And so he went through that, and yeah, so now he's trying to help people find tattoo resources, essentially. And he had also talked about possibly trying to, get involved with some kind of like tattoo therapy or something like that. So this would definitely be a good one to follow up with if you're into tattoos. As you can see from his website, let's go back to the home page. So you can search by location, or if there's a particular name of an artist that you're looking for or a company that makes a product that you're looking for, you can type it in there. And like in my case, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to type in Houston. City search, and we'll see what comes up. But through their site, I mean, you can get a hold of tattoo artists, tattoo models, shops, supplies, just a wide variety of things. And I gotta say, their little map is actually kind of cool here. Let me see if I can get that scrolled down. So like if you hover over an item like Last Laugh Tattoo Studio, you can see it bouncing up on the map over there. Bad Boys down towards the Webster area. And yeah, so just all over town, the little thing pops up depending on what it is you're looking for. And I mean, right now this is just, page one of at least 4 different pages with different resources for the tattoo community. So also he's got a Instagram page that has some pretty cool tattoo photos if you're into that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just pretty cool stuff. Let me get back into here for a second. I don't care about. Get into the about. Come on. So as you can see here, every tattoo enthusiast knows you can easily spend hours searching for great artists and studios on the internet. Tattoo One Source streamlines your search by using listings with clickable links to all their social media and online presence. And then, of course, I give you some examples of different things. So Let's see. Then down here at the bottom, think of us as a fast lane for information on the superhighway for the tattoo world. We want to be a good resource and contribute to the social good of the worldwide tattoo community, our community. So there you go. So check it out, Tattoo One Source. Um, this guy, I mean, he's just got one of those presences that's almost larger than life. I mean, I could literally hear him from a couple of booths down as he was walking down towards where I had my booth set up. And yeah, it awesome guy, lots of energy, very enthusiastic about obviously tattoos and the veteran community. And you know, as it says down here, it's also a veteran-owned business because Jaeger is a veteran. So check it out. He's got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, all kinds of stuff. So check it out, tattooOneSource.com, and go from there. So now that brings us up to our last interview that I did while I was out there. And I'm actually having to pull this guy's card out of my wallet. And it's for Operation Valor. Sean, oh God, I'm sorry, Sean. I'm not even going to now attempt to pronounce your last name there. But here is his card. So if you want to try to pronounce that, be my guest. But he is with Operation Valor. And like everybody else, I'm going to let him tell his story, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about him from there. So be back in just a moment.
All right, hello. My name is Sean Ballagura. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, and I'm also the founder and executive director for Operation Valor. We are a 501c3 charity that seeks out other veteran 501c3 charities to raise money and awareness for their purposes to support their programs to veterans.
All right. So I'm not sure if you got that or not, but Operation Valor is a 501c3 that helps other 501c3s get the funding and awareness that they need. So for those of you out there that are always like, I want to give to charity, but I don't know who to give to because, there's so many people out there that just take people's money and fun. They don't do shit with it. Well, if you're one of those people, check out Operation Valor. They do what they say. They vet other organizations. They make sure that they are actually doing what they say they're going to do and that they're legit. And so here we are on the Operation Valor main page. And so for their 2019 yearly beneficiaries, these are the groups that my understanding is that they're helping gain awareness for and raising funds for. And then they distribute the funds that they make to these groups. Now, Operation Valor is a 100% volunteer organization. So any money that you give to them or any money that they raise, earn, however you want to phrase it, they give to these groups. So, and I'm looking at all the groups that they've got listed here, and I've heard of at least three of them. Like the Lone Survivor Foundation. I'm a huge fan of the Team Never Quit podcast, which, Marcus Luttrell, Lone Survivor Foundation. See where that goes? Adaptive Training Foundation. I'm wanting to say they are based here in Houston, or I've heard something similar to them, and they help provide vocational training. Or as it says here, Adaptive Training Foundation dedicated to being the catalyst of change by expanding the community of support, providing access to specialized adaptive training, and rewriting the narrative for people with physical disabilities. So maybe not what I was thinking, but sounds like a pretty cool group to get behind. You've also got the SEAL Family Foundation, allowing our warriors to focus on their training and deployment with a greater sense of ease, knowing that their loved ones have strong support here at home. I said they've got what 6 different groups right here that they're giving to this year. If you want to go through their history here on their website, I'm not going to read that because it's quite a read. However, I will get to the basics down here. And as it says here, we've grown quite a bit in our 4+ years of existence, but our goals have always been the same. Number one, raise awareness for veteran issues, including PTSD and TBI. Two, raise money that we donate fully to veteran oriented 501c3 charities each year. And then three, honor and pay tribute to our nation's veterans, especially those lost in the line of duty, beginning with Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield. Now, there's a real, if you read the stuff that's up above this section here, now I'm referring to this through the video. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, please go find my YouTube for this video or for this podcast and watch it, because then you'll see everything that I'm talking about here. But anyways, Sean's got a pretty amazing story that he wrote up here. I also got to hear some of it on the Decision Hour podcast that he did, I think, back in March. And it was an awesome story. Of course, some people are kind of funny about the way they put things out. They have a certain way of saying it. And I know I was laughing through some of it. Other parts, I was like, oh, damn. But check it out. Read this. Check out their website. See all the different organizations that they work through. If you want to volunteer, there's a section on their website where you can sign up to be one of their volunteers. They also show all the events that they're doing for the year. And you can also become one of their partners, be a charitable sponsor, if you will. But like I said, Operation Valor, check them out, read the story, and this is a group that you can get behind, knowing that they're helping other groups get the funding and the message out that they need. They also do a lot of, I said, on their events page, they've got charity golf tournament, Operation Red Wings Memorial Challenge. Oh, wait, that was last year. So yeah, for 2019, Operation Valor Charity Golf Tournament. And then they're also having a gala. I'm going to click on that one just because I'm kind of curious. This year, we are once again going to kick off our celebration weekend with a huge charity benefit and live auction. Come out and join us. That was October 24th, so already passed. Totally missed out on that one. I need to really start paying attention to what's going on in the community so I can attend some of these things, because it sounds like it probably would have been a pretty good deal. Looking at some of the food that they had to offer, and I'm freaking hungry. Yeah. And they had some pretty cool silent auction items too. So like I said, check out their website, and it's opvalor.org. So opvalor.org. And check them out, support them if you can. Share their message with others. If you can't financially support them, by all means, help get help get their message out. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. But with that, I am going to wrap it up. Right now, my wife is over at her mom's house, and she's getting kind of irritated that I'm here at the house trying to wrap up this video and podcast so I can get it posted tonight. So it'll be out for tomorrow. But so I am going to wrap it up with that. However, there is one thing I wanted to bring up, because I am making this particular place a what's the word? Unofficial sponsor, if you will. Basically, we found a used office furniture store here in the surrounding area by where I live. And they were giving away some benches, and basically my wife and I were having our baby shower at my mother-in-law's house. And if even half the people show up that my mother-in-law seems to think will show up, there's not enough seating, not even close. So we were looking online for seating and stuff. Otherwise, I was going to have to make some bench seats. Well, my wife came across a post for a company called Floyd Webb Office Furniture Inc. here in the Houston area. They are at 5250 Pinemont Drive. So if you're in Houston and you're looking for some used office furniture that is in really good shape, I would check these guys out. We went, my wife had contacted them like a week ago saying, hey, I saw your post about the, the bench seats or whatever, do you still have them? And at that time they did. The guy said, hey, I'm holding on to them, first come, first serve. And, well, by the time we finally got there a week later, they had not just one, like 2-3 person bench seat. No, they had three of those and two small ones. And I gotta say, man, they are in fantastic shape, and I appreciate the hell out of these guys. One, just giving the stuff away, but when we got there, they were super friendly, helped us load the stuff to the car, and they've got a huge selection of chairs, desks, all kinds of stuff, and it looks fantastic. There's actually some chairs there that my mother-in-law is wanting to get for us for our house because our dining table doesn't have official dining chairs. So she's wanting to help us out with that. And they actually have some there that look fantastic. So again, if you're looking for office furniture, used office furniture that is in excellent condition, check this place out. Floyd Webb Office Furniture. See if it'll focus. There we go. Floyd Webb Office Furniture, 5250 Pinemont, and check them out. Like I said, we had an awesome experience with these guys. We chatted with them for a bit, and they seem like a good group of people over there. So don't be afraid of the area. Um, they got nice stuff. So go check it out. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up, get over to my mother-in-law's before my wife kills me, because I know part of it is she's hungry and she wants to eat, and we've got shit that we got to do tonight. So I'm wrapping it up. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like us, share us, all that good stuff. Find us on YouTube, subscribe, like our videos, share the videos, and try to help us build this community so we can do bigger and better things for all of you. But that's it. I'm out of here. Thank you guys. I'm out.